I know when you're like, what time are we recording, or are we recording this week? I was like, who the fuck is we? I was like, are you back? Like, welcome. Your fucking hiatus.
Well, I felt bad because Rick was missing it, and no one said anything about like when we are officially coming back. And I was like, I'll be the one to.
No, I was okay
something.
ending it. And I was like, you know what? Let's just end it.
No.
I'm always
end what, the show?
End the show. Fuck it.
I'm always
Let it burn.
I just know your guys' schedules are fluctuating, so if you guys put it out there, I'm out. I'm all for it. If you guys don't put it out there, I understand.
No, last time I was fucking dead. There was no fucking way I was moving. More
you were
moving.
Sick for a long time too, right?
And you were sick.
Hey, that was my face.
Is that your face? I thought it was Chentes.
No, that's some random mariachi dude that I kind of manipulated.
Yeah.
But
what were you watching last night? The Pedro? No. It was
Vicente Fernandez
The
on Netflix. But I was like, man, I thought like I could. No, it's like a
movie series, I guess.
TV series.
Docu-series?
Like they're reenacting his life.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like Narco or...
Yeah, Pablo.
Pablo, yeah.
So, yeah. So I thought I could hear Spanish and I'd be good. Turns out I was wrong. I was like, I do not know any of these words.
You're like, I don't know shit.
Well, because I like to play my Candy Crush, you know, as I'm watching. Yeah. And I had to just put my phone down and actually look at the TV.
It's
like,
here we
say, go eat that thing. I was like, I know that one.
It's like me when we're working on air conditioners and then they'll start dropping like actual pressures and all this. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Like, they'll start naming parts. I'm like, I don't know. Dude, I just fixed the shit. I don't know. I know what they look like. I don't know what they're called.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, I don't know the correct terminology.
Like,
I just fixed the motherfucker, dude.
Because I have friends who like electricians and shit like that. And I'll ask them about anything, you know, and they're just like, oh, man, did you make sure to ohm it out correctly? And I was like, yeah, I ohmed it out. Oh, okay, look, man, you're going to have to check the whatever, like the other buttons on the electric meter that I never fucking use.
I go voltage. Seal it and continue.
Continuity. Yeah, the continuity one.
Yeah, I know the continuity and the voltage. I used to know the ohm a little bit. I don't know how to do that shit anymore.
I could still do ohms. Yeah, I still, yeah.
And then I think that one that you used to...
Thor.
Yeah. No. Or that one you used to test the capacitors.
Resistors?
It's not the resistance.
The
microfarad.
Yeah, the MFG or MFC.
The motherfucker.
Yeah, the motherfuckers.
Motherfucking amps.
Motherfucking G. Yeah.
Okay, yes. So I hate asking questions. Because as soon as they ask me questions, I was like, you know what, fuck it, man, I'm sure it's fine. I super taped it. It'll be all right.
Like, put enough Teflon.
Yeah. Or learning that it's like, is it copper and aluminum tied together? I was like, yeah. You need a special box. And I was like, no, yeah. I mean, I didn't do it to all of them, of course. I remember that. I went to go get the proper parts. Yeah, I didn't just hang up 9 light fixtures like that.
Metal box.
Right, the next day it's just like, hey, bro, can I get access to that unit right quick?
Be real. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Real quick. You don't even got...
What's in your hand?
You don't even got to stand by the doorway.
A whole bunch of little boxes. I remember I did
just jingle.
I did an apartment upgrade, and they were just like, you have to put in all the new outlets in the apartment. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And they're like, everything's there, you just got to put in the new ones. And when I get there, there's like purple. There's no outlets, but everything has power. And there's little purple boxes in the outlets. And I was like, did they just bypass everything? Like, what assholes? Because now I have to take the purple boxes off.
Yeah.
So there I am taking all the purple boxes off.
Putting the housings?
The wires, like all the wires. So I was like, is it so they could continue to have power? You know, but they bypassed all the outlets. They took out all the old ones and they put these little purple boxes. So there I am taking all the purple boxes off, putting all the outlets in. And they're just sitting there on the countertop. And then one of the main guys there, he's just like, what are all these doing here? And I was like, man, fuckers left them in the wall. Like, just there. And they're like, no, you have to put them all back. And I was like, why? Because they're all aluminum wiring. He goes, so they're special boxes to conserve the wires. and we have little copper wires that you're now gonna jump from the old shit to the new stuff.
Just jumpers.
Everywhere. So I was like, that's good to know now. So there I am wasting the rest of the day having to put out all the fucking. I was like,
I'm doing all your work.
Yeah, I was like, you guys should have fucking told me. And they're like, we have a whole bunch of cable just sitting there in a spool. And I was like, they didn't say shit.
Yeah.
I didn't like nothing.
How many times have you run into this?
Never.
There you go. So it's not a common problem.
They're like, it's just like aluminum and copper should never be touching because there's gonna be heat resistant, some shit. It catches fire, and I was like, well, great, now that's on my fucking head. Let me go avoid a fire, and there I am just hooking everything. I was like, what a waste of fucking time.
Like, I'm not certified for this.
Exactly. I was like,
upgrade your building.
Just the handyman, bro.
Oh, actually, I did have to take down all the light fixtures too, cause you know I was on my shit that day.
You still getting fucked up ass units?
Yeah, a lot. Even today, like it was simple. A side wall repair for the bathroom vanity, and they walked me over there. They opened the unit for me, and they're like, "Oh, there it is." You know, like it's just gonna be. It's a 1-bedroom apartment, so there's just like a tiny little vanity, and the whole thing is like sideways. The countertop, it's like leaning visually to the right, and I was just like, so just the sidewall. They're like, yeah, and you look at it and it has a whole bunch of water damage and like probably like a whole big tube of caulk worth
Of trying to hold it up?
all of it. Yeah. It looks ugly. Like I even peeled out and it all came in a pretty chunk out because it's a particle wood shit, so it's just like flaking everywhere. And he's like, yeah, just the side wall, and he even taps the countertop. And I was like, am I fixing that? He goes, and he looks at the sidewall. He's like, yeah, the sidewall. Like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, do you not see the damage? I was like,
What happened to the caulking?
yeah, it rolled off the fucking countertop. So there I am, like straightening it out a little better, putting the sidewall down, and then he was just like, hey, don't forget the baseboard around the furnace because it has the wall unit, the AC unit. So I take it the pan leaked, so all the wood around it is eaten up and shit. He goes, don't forget that. And I was like, you got it. As I'm replacing it, I start looking around, and there's like 4 different baseboards styles.
Oh, no.
All over the unit. And I'm over here just like
butting up against itself, against the other?
Yeah, like we're like, they had 12 feet of it for like this one side. Doesn't match the rest of it, but fuck it, man. Put it in there. So now I have the 4th style of trim.
It's the model unit, bro. That's the options you get.
Dude, terrible fucking unit. Like they had the original wood cabinets, like just the ugly brown color.
Yeah.
Light brown.
Yeah, but they painted just the doors in like
so
a dark coffee brown, and that's it. That was like their attempt at an upgrade.
That's all.
Just the doors, no boxes, no nothing. And I was like, everything's falling apart, guys. Like, trim is what you're worried about, really? And this shitty sidewall. And they're like, oh, and the trim behind the toilet too, which is another style. It's not even trim. It is literally the 1x1 wood, just a piece of wood,
MDF
square
wood?
piece of wood.
Yeah.
I just flawless.
Yeah, I couldn't take it out because they put the flooring down,
Modern.
the tile. So now it's like sunken into the floor with a new tile above it.
Oh, shit.
Old sheetrock repair. So it's like it ate up half of an inch of the wood. So all I did was just encase it with new shit. I was like, you're gonna stay there, my little mold buddy. See you later.
I had one of those.
Throw some cock on it.
It's like I shoot the nail gun and somebody in the other apartment's like, my fucking fuck. Sorry.
I used a shit ton of caulk on this one home because it was one of those one more thing people.
Yeah.
And he was like, I guess what's that wood piece that's under the threshold of the front door?
The threshold support?
Is that what it's called? Okay, that.
Yeah.
Fucking technical. And this fucking guy, if you don't keep the paint and the caulk and all that shit up, it'll get hit by the water or whatever weather, and it'll starts to warp. So
It's
I go over
supposed to
there.
be pressure treated.
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
All
it's
right.
changing.
I think they just grabbed. I think they just got 2x4, cut it to size, and fucking threw it under.
Getting treated under pressure.
I guess the dude was under pressure when he installed it. And
See it in the wood.
So it was super bowed out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the inspector pointed that out." I go, "That's kind of your fault, man." He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You guys don't warranty that?" I go, "No, you're supposed to keep up with the caulking and paint and stuff so it doesn't warp because I mean, look at there's no caulking around it at all."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, is there anything you can do?" I go, "I'm not gonna do anything to this, man." He goes, "Please, something." I go, "I can put caulk around it, but that's all I'm gonna do." He goes, "Yeah, man, just make the lines from the old caulking match the other one." I was like, "All right, cool." I go in there and I was like, "Let me try to just drill it first."
Yeah.
Push it in. There's nothing on the other side of that.
Yeah.
So I fucking drilled, just made a hole in it, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, all right, I didn't even cover the hole. I just pulled the fucking screw out, and I was like, "Fucking caulk."
Just put the tube of caulk like that over the threshold.
Dude, I'm not kidding. Since the ends of it were still nice and like sucked in, so like the caulk goes like this.
Oh yeah.
And then it gets bigger, and then it gets to the other end, it gets smaller. So in the middle there's this big ass chunk of white that I just got my whole thumb, and like this much of my thumb was just rubbing on the caulk. I pull it off and it's all there, and I just like go right here and I go to the grass and it just
till it peels off.
Yeah, till it all peels off. And he fucking liked it. I was like, dude, like standards.
For real. Honestly, yeah. It didn't cost him anything. So that's what matters.
That's exactly what it is. He's
like, I saw, they sent me into a unit because they're like, "Hey, man, I need you to recaulk a tub." And I was like, "That's it? Like, that's stupid as fuck." I guess somebody came and did a tile repair. Mm-hmm. And he used the caulking, the caulk grout or whatever. Mm-hmm. The sanded shit. Yeah. And he caulked all the edges of the tub and like where the tub meets the tile. And he caulked the floor, and with the same fucking sanded caulk. And I was like, that looks like shit because it's dark floors, white tub, and then this really beautiful light brown line just cutting across it. Ugly too, because it looked like he did that, like just a big ass line, and then just ran his finger across it. Not even clean, nothing, just fucked it up. Mm-hmm. So there I am scraping off all the old shit. No, actually the resident was there, fucking with me.
Really?
Yeah, because he was just like, "I don't know why you guys did that," and I was like, "I didn't do this."
I look like the fucking guy who does this shit.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't do this," and he was just like, "Yeah, I don't understand why the other guy just left it like that," and I was like, "Yeah, me either, guy." I mean, he goes,
"Why is he talking to you?"
One of those fucking residents just has to put in his fucking 2 cents.
Like he's gonna chime in and say something of any use.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this shitty caulk line." And I was like, all right, cool. So scraping all that shit. I don't know why the fuck he would do that. Just say you don't have caulking.
I was I told Rick, can I tell a story? Obviously with names removed.
Say just
the
go
one
for
I
it,
called you about at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun.
So all day. Well, that fucking home. Remember when I said, "Oh fuck, it's raining out," or you guys said it was raining? Okay, well, there's a home that the flashing on the side that goes to on the side of the home where the brick is that goes to the gutter.
Yeah,
it was short, so it didn't reach all the way to the end of the brick, and they just put cement like a mortar.
Yeah,
and encased it. Well, when it rains, it still seeps through, causes leaking. So I'm like, fuck, I had to get the house? Into the house, yeah.
Oh shit.
So I had to get the roofers out there. They broke a bunch of brick, replaced the flashing. Now tomorrow, I get the mason going out there, and he's gonna fucking replace the new brick that they broke up and all that to make it look nice. Cool. So my stupid ass prolonging everything. I was like, brick is brick, like a dumbass. Brick is brick. And then I fucking grabbed the bricks that I knew I had, 15 of them. Fucking take them, put them down, and then this is where you know you're doing a super shitty job, so you have to look and really judge yourself. So like I look at the brick and then I look at the brick of the house, like that doesn't even close to match, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do this. Like this isn't even passable.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. Now tomorrow he's coming in the morning, and I got no brick for this dude.
Oh shit.
So all day we were at our fucking meeting in the office, and then I dipped out early, and I was like, I gotta go to these neighborhoods that I know and look for some brick.
Yeah.
That matches, and I already knew it was the brand of the brick is Claymax what is it? Cobblestone. The color of the brick is cobblestone.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I gotta go find some. So I'm calling supers up, call up Rick. Hey man, do you guys have cobblestone in your neighborhoods? This and that. And they're like, well, we have Claymax, but I don't know about the cobblestone. Just come check it out. Whatever. Boom. I go to my old neighborhood, couldn't find shit. And I'm like, fuck. And it was already 4 or something. I'm like, or 4. And I'm like, fuck, man, I'm assed out. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I call up Rick. Hey, bro, you have that brand at your neighborhood? He's like, yeah. He goes, I go, all right, fuck, I'm gonna drive over there. I'm driving over there. I'm about to go straight down the street, and then I have to make a right, and then go to this dude's neighborhood. And then I look over to my left, and I see houses being built further out, like on the same street, a little further out. And I was like, fuck, I didn't check those. Fucking flip a bitch. Go in there and start driving around. And I'm looking at the bricks, and they have fucking Claymax. I'm like, all right, nothing there. That's not the one. That's not the one. Make a U-turn. I'm about to give up. And I look, and I see one pack way out on the side, and I go up to it, and it says cobblestone. I was like, I found it. I found some fucking Claymax cobblestone. Fuck yeah. And I'm going there, and I start grabbing 4. And I put them down, and I look around. This company's KB Homes.
Oh, you fucked it up.
God damn.
What? That's not.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but it's still.
It's.
You said no names. You said, oh, it's another home builder. Jesus.
Well, no, it's not us.
It's
Like,
still, you.
You did a good job.
anyway.
I love it.
So yeah, it's not us. It's not our neighborhood.
It's KB Homes.